Welcome to the virtual lunch. Today is Friday, May 27th, and this is virtual lunch number 568. Our guest today is Geoffrey Williams, the COO and CFO for Cunningham Bounds in Mobile, Alabama, and he is the president-elect of the Association of Legal Administrators, and this is part of our series on strategy meets technology with Affinity Consulting. Hi, Geoffrey. How are you doing?
Hi, good to see you all. Thanks for having me today.
It is our privilege. We're looking forward to it. I would love to give the participants a chance just to tell you who they are so that you have a sense of who's the audience. And I want to start with Debbie Foster.
I'm Debbie Foster with Affinity, and I work with law firms all over the country and some legal departments too on strategy and technology challenges.
I didn't go to school to be a legal manager. I think a lot of us didn't. I actually wanted to teach when I went to college and thought I was going to be a professor, but I also had a consultant business on the side, teaching businesses and small companies how to be better at their jobs. And you know, at the time, you'll show you my age, at the time, computers were just emerging and to be affordable in small businesses. And we were trying to figure out how to get things from the green spreadsheets that everybody filled out by hand onto the Lotus 1-2-3 system. And also trying to connect computers together when, you know, you had more than one and trying to get them to talk to each other. So Debbie and I have a similar background when it comes to those kind of things, which we've laughed about in the past. But, you know, I was consulting for a law firm, just doing just that. And the managing partner there in Gainesville, Florida, hired me to, you know, do a consulting job, and met with him afterwards. And there was a lot of problems in the firm, a lot of things that needed to be resolved, some efficiency issues. And I met with him, and after I presented my report to him, he wanted to know how much it would cost to bring me on board to fix all the problems. So there launched my career in the legal industry as a full-time professional. So from there, was recruited to come to the firm here in Mobile at Cunningham Bounds, which is a litigation firm, litigation boutique. Trial lawyers, we focus on trial, we focus on holding wrongdoers accountable. And it's been a great career move, been here since 2009. I've seen a lot of big cases. We've done a lot of litigation against some of the largest companies in the world, right here from Mobile, Alabama. One of my favorites, I'll tell this story, is when we had the BP oil spill, and Tony Hayward was the CEO of BP America at the time. And he was making fun of all the country bumpkins in South Alabama that BP didn't hopefully have to deal with or were underestimating. And well, our country bumpkin law firm took BP to task, and Robert Cunningham, one of the namesakes of the firm, deposed Tony Hayward in London. And well, the rest is history. I mean, I think we have seen that case be one of the largest cases in U.S. history. So the firm has a long tradition of that kind of litigation, taking on some of the largest companies in the world, holding wrongdoers accountable. So I'm proud to be a part of that firm. And what it's really done for me is really see how in our litigation process and how our court systems and the civil justice system really works, getting hands-on experience and working with top professionals working in that industry, how we assimilate technology, how we assimilate people systems and efficiencies and do a job. Because we're a small firm. And, you know, small firm meaning we have less than 100 employees. We have several paralegals and we have a legal team, but, you know, we're still less than 100 employees. So how do you perform at such a high level, and how do you accomplish so many things when you're in a geographically smaller place and you have you know, a fewer options and personnel than what you might have in a large city? So I'm excited about this opportunity to talk to you all, because there's a lot of you who are dealing with technology, a lot of you who are dealing with, you know, law firm management issues, and you know, it's kind of my wheelhouse. And how I got involved in ALA is back in 2004 when I was in Gainesville. I went to my first conference, and we just had our annual conference in Kissimmee. Went to my first conference and was really adopted by what we call the Minnesota chapter, or a Minnesota group of people that took me under their wing because I didn't know a soul, didn't know anybody there. And that's kind of a unique aspect of our association, the Association of Legal Administrators, where members really treat each other like a family. And so I was adopted and got to know a lot of people, and got to get involved in some leadership opportunities. At the time, I wasn't in a city with a chapter, so I was what's called an independent member. But just started the networking. So to do my job really well, I knew I needed to have a network of professionals that I could rely on, who I could talk to, who I could call and ask questions, because there are some unique aspects of running or managing a law firm. And the professionals that we have in our membership are always willing to help, even when they're on the other side of the ledger as far as being in court. And we're working together to make our industry better, to make our industry a representation of the top level of professionalism that we need to have to do our jobs really well. So I've always been thankful to the ALA for giving me that opportunity to meet professionals, to meet business partners who could help me solve problems within my firm, to help me understand the emerging trends that are going on, and really partner with them. And I say business partners because it's important for us to understand that they are our partners. They are helping us solve problems. They are helping us be efficient and do better in our jobs and being successful. And when you're not a lawyer and you're running a law firm, and it's a little bit different than if you're the COO of a private company, you may have some equity interests. And in a law firm, you don't have equity interests, except that is changing in some states. So you really need a partnership of a network of members, a network of business partners, and colleagues who can really step in and help you manage all those kinds of issues where you have to be a liaison between partnership and equity partners and staff, and really have to make business decisions with limited authority and to be able to navigate all those kinds of issues. People who are helping support lawyers do legal work might have been given administrative tasks, and they evolved into managing the firm or managing the business aspect of the firm. And I think over the years, we've seen that become a profession as opposed to an evolution of duties. And so we've seen the legal management profession mature in a way that we have high-level education and high-level business engagement and business acumen in our leaders. And so law firms are hiring business professionals to run the business of law, so that they can focus on the practice of law. And so I think you've seen a lot of law firms who have really taken that upon themselves to be strategic in how they approach business, how they approach serving clients, and really wanting to deliver a top-level professional service to clients. I think in order to do that, you need to have people who focus on the practice of law and focus on the various aspects of managing the law firm.
Geoffrey Williams, everybody. What a wonderful conversation. Thank you so very much. Thanks, of course, to our friends at Affinity for supporting this series on strategy meets technology. Great way to start the holiday weekend, and I wish you all very good things.